It's one of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Oklahoma State Cowboys. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Cowboys will kick it away to get this game going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That's a designed quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Finds his man, it's Rodgers. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year. Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Sideline throw caught, but not enough for a 1st down.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Ford. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Love the call here on 3rd and short. When in doubt, go to the big tight end with that big frame. Easy catch, box out the defense, and get the 1st down.
And the Cowboys will have 1st and 10 here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense here. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Tailback takes the handoff again. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, for a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that first and second level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Ohio State offense onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive. A little more urgency. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
To the air, it's Raiola. He escapes the pocket. On the run here, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Bell. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, running out of time in the pocket. The short completion of the tight end. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Running back has it on a screen now. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a 1st down.
Looking to chuck it again. On the move now. On the run here, lets it go. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Here's the snap, looking to throw here. The pocket breaking down. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
I think that's a smart play. Goal to go is tricky when you're trying to throw it in there, and if it's not there, throw it away and live for the next down.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Good job by the offensive line. You get some positive yards, but not quite into the end zone. Now we're going to have a 3rd and goal.
Set up now at the 2-yard line. Can they score here on a 3rd down play? On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And they'll get him down that time. No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. He decides to keep it here. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things that defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. first play of the drive now from the 25. They feed the fullback this time. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
High completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. It's a run. Running back's got it. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
It's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
And here's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. The pass is incomplete on the final play of this quarter. Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after one. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Payne. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Pressure is coming. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. The field goal is good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop him this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Makes a nice move there. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Looking to pass, it's Raiola. Catch made across the middle by the running back. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
And looking to throw now on first down. Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Tight end goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards, and come up with a nice first down.
Buckeyes hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Caught! He's wide open. Look out. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Breaks free. He's in the clear. At the 20. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, you can just feel the home crowd standing on their feet when this running back had a chance to start to accelerate downfield. They know exactly what this guy is capable of doing and that he can flat out go. He took off on that one.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Wants to throw it. The pass rush closing in. And it's a throwaway. It's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
So it sets up a second and goal from the 4. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good, and they draw within 4, 14-10. The player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Short throw complete to the tight end. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 49. First down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Sure hands. It's Rodgers.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. That completion makes it second and short. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He escapes the pocket. The pass rush gets home.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
You know, the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. To the air, it's Raiola. With the catch, it's the Porter. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
And the point after is good. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Payne. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And he'll set up to throw. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. And is intercepted. And he'll be brought down as time runs out here in the first half. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the third quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Pulls it in. It's Allen. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. That's reeled in. It's 4. He goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down.
You know, in these spread offenses, the game just keeps evolving, and the opportunities keep presenting themselves for the big guys to be able to run a corner route. So hard to cover this.
On first and 10, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Payne. Stopped right there at the line with no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Man, just a tough way to start this second half for this offense. You know, when you get together at halftime, you make all the adjustments based on what you learned from the first half. And to come out and throw an interception in the second half, they got to adjust again.
On the move now. Looking deep down the left side. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Looking right, this one caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offense. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Toss play, running right. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Out of the gun now on third down. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Throws out the stiff arm, and he's going to finally head out of about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. First and goal here for the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They are pouring it on now.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the extra point makes it a 35-10 game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this run? They've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made on the right side. He's found some room at the 45. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught near the sideline. It's Lopez. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. Quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it could be pick 6 going the other way.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Motion now from the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught near the sticks. It's Lopez. And they convert on 3rd down, moving the football to the 35.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Grab behind the line. It's Payne. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Could take it all the way. At midfield, the 40. Out past the 30. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. A crucial pick 6.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Lopez. What a move, and he's free. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This offense moves into enemy territory inside the 45 after that big play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Makes a quick grab. The Cowboys pick up enough yardage for a first down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down the 15. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's 4. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, what a grab! Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down out at the 46. Buckeyes will crank up the tempo. Third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. To be brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got room to run. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
Boy, when you can rip off a huge gain like that on a touch pass, it forces the defense to be more cognizant of the pre-snap motion to the edges. Now the pre-snap motion calls should keep that second-level defenders guessing.
Off the play fake on first down. Catch made on the out route. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He wins the foot race to the end zone.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And the extra point was up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Back to throw. It's Flores. Looks left and finds his target there. He'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
First down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job, it's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Here's the second down play. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Caught on the outside. It's Allen. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. And the Cowboys getting set on first and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Ford. And he's into the end zone. But there is a marker down, so hold everything. To take the long-distance touchdown off the board, back them all the way up. We'll see if that haunts the offense. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Bringing pressure. Pulls it in. It's Payne. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. First down and an eternity after that flurry of penalties. They're going to run it here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
You know, you roll the dice here as a defense when you play man-to-man. The thing is, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback. If you don't, he's got time, and now he can look at that defense and figure out where is his best one-on-one matchup, and he makes a big play there.
Quick throw to his receiver. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Defense is coming after him. The ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. inside the 40. He steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Looking to scramble. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Hey, I get that passing the football has had a lot to do with you building up this big lead, but at this point in the game, man, take care of your players, get them out of here healthy, run the football, and get out with a win.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Looks to the left for a quick throw, and the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it go quickly. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, on the completion. Well, they move the chains on a clutch drive, and that should be good enough. This was a pressure game. They step up and answer it here and secure a big victory in the middle of the season.
Chris, weeks ago, maybe even all the way back to week 1, we circled this game and knew that we had a chance for a major matchup this week. It lived up to that billing. We find out who the better team is and who's able to build that resume as we get closer to the end of the year.
Second down and goal upcoming. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Ohio State. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
56, Oklahoma State, 17.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Going to run it. It's Payne. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Boy, the defense did a great job of mirroring the runner that time. Nowhere to go. Big loss in the game. They walled him off perfectly, brought him down before he could get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Looking to throw. It's Flores. Fires it to the wideout. Over the middle. It's Lopez. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play and try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
First down here at the 45. One explosive play has gotten this drive going, and they're set up near midfield. Caught by the receiver.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
This is an impressive performance. They played a good football team here today, Kirk, but they just dragged them behind the woodshed and dominated from the start. This is going to catch people's attention.
Yeah, I think most people are going to be in awe when they look at the results of this game. Unbelievable job by this team dealing with the expectations, the pressure, and as you said, playing a good team. This was a big-time win and an opportunity to really continue to move up.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.